up, it's a dream come true to be able to have your name on a jersey and playing in a professional field, and that's what's going on here today. I'm so excited to be a part of the Celebrity Softball Classic. Once again, TK, Tim Klund, putting on an amazing event that benefits the veterans. So we're going to have an entire Geary, Stein, and Stevens show today, interview some of the stars, celebrities, some of the veterans, and of course, the inspiration for all of this. So stay with us, a very special edition. I got to get dressed and change into this wardrobe. You're watching Geary, Stein, and Stevens.
Hello, everyone. Have you heard about the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show? An amazing podcast with sports stars, entertainment celebrities, and other great guests. From one host who has no legs, one host who lives in Duluth, Minnesota, and another host in Minnesota who can never be found. These guys get amazing guests and topics that no other show can provide, exclusively on your home TV and now the Roku app. That's the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show. Check us out, America.
Another part of the Celebrity Softball Classic is all of the participants that are celebrities are supposed to sign balls. I feel weird because I don't feel like a celebrity, but you know what? It's for a great cause. So after signing autographs and doing all that fun stuff, we actually get to come out here onto the field where the Rough Riders play. They're the AA affiliate of the Texas Rangers. And again, we've got so much excitement. So let's go meet some of the players.
Yes, because that's right. What it's all about. It's about people inspiring other people. And that's what TK has done with the Celebrity Softball Classic. Each and every year, I think this is the 10th year.
Yeah, 10th year. And John, that's why I like coming out here, because if people can see, and we judge that book by its cover. We feel sorry for people missing an arm or a leg. And if they can see that a guy without legs like me can come out and do what I can do, like, what's their excuse? Why aren't they going out and trying to live their life? We only get one shot.
That's right.
And right now, with the world and the country as messed up it is, we have to continue to appreciate our veterans who fought for our freedom in case things go chaotic and we have to do more,
Yeah, well, that is. I'm going to let it end on that because that was well said. Thank you, brother.
Thanks,
we're going to see you out on the
All
field.
right.
See you out on the field.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, if you're a fan of one of the coolest Western series, I've got my old friend and probably my favorite athlete of this game, JP Guana. And what do you bring to this game that others don't? Because, when you hit the ball, you don't stop. You just run around the bases.
For one, I bring diversity as far as Native Americans to this game here. There's a lot of us out there, and I'm glad to be able to represent for them and for our people. It means the world to me. So first and foremost, I want to acknowledge that and say thank you, ancestors, for putting me here. Secondly, to be here with all these veterans, man, all these people that have sacrificed so much and still, no matter, lost limbs, injuries to the skin, missing organs, they're still out here just loving and accepting love the same way that everybody else in this world is. And that's key, bro, because as a veteran, you could be frustrated. Yeah. You could look at life in a different aspect, in a negative way, but not out here, man. And if you do have those days, today's not one of them. Today's one of those days where we all come together and we understand we're all here for a bigger reason, a bigger purpose, and being together makes us stronger. So that's what we are, man. It's beautiful.
I love seeing your smile out here. It just brightens us up so much. But it's also, you are proud of your ancestry, and now you're exploding on the big screen and on the little screen, and for your culture, there aren't a lot of actors in the history, because back in the old days, the white guys played the Indians in Paint and everything. But what does it mean to you to now kind of be breakthroughing in some of the, and we can't talk about what's happening, but you can talk about what you're doing.
Yeah, it's powerful, and I want to shout out to people that have opened doors, the West Studies, the Graham Greens, the Zon McClernans, people that have actually opened doors for me and created bridges for us to be able to walk across. Those people, absolutely created an opportunity for us to succeed and thrive, and you're right. Now we get to tell our own stories. We get to tell the history and the true facts about what was done to us, and it's coming more and more and more. You can see it. It's just constantly growing. The Native community on film, on cameras, getting way huge. It's beautiful. I love to see the love from all different nations, all different types of indigenous, and it's powerful, brother, man. And I'm very grateful to represent for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, for my grandfather, for my grandmother, and my mom's side, of course. And it's just, I don't have the words to tell you how much it means to me to be able to do that and to open doors for other kids that are looking up to me and say, hey, I want to do that too. So hopefully you can do it, man. Just get out there and practice, and let's reach out to me if you need some help. I'll help you as much as I can.
Now, we know about the native code breakers and code talkers, but we'll talk in a little code because you've got a series that's coming up. We can't talk much about it, but they should be watching 1923 coming up in the next year, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some cool things happening there. Shout out to everybody involved, from crew and production, top to bottom. Love you all. Yeah, powerful things coming, man. I can't say too much, but be on the lookout for some things that are going to be happening. And watch season 1 if you haven't. Catch up. Be ready.
And do you pinch yourself when you're around guys like Harrison Ford and actors and things like that going, do I belong here? Or is it just, hey, I'm an actor and we're all doing the same thing?
You know, to be honest with you, when I'm filming and working on these things, to meet certain people, they're just people like me and you know what I mean? So do I pinch myself? No. Am I grateful for the opportunity to be in their presence because I've been growing up watching them and seeing things that they've done and just, you know, looking up to them in certain aspects? I think that's powerful alone. It says a lot to me, and making sure that I'm showing gratitude towards my ancestors for just putting me in that situation to be there, because a lot of us don't get that opportunity. So to be there is amazing, man. It's fantastic. It's powerful. Yeah.
All right, you got a couple of projects we can talk about. Where can we see what you've done, and how can we find you on social media?
Okay, yeah, be on the lookout. I don't know when exactly, but American Primeval on Netflix will be coming out. You can see that. I want to say end of January, beginning of February, but that could change. This industry does that all the time. So that's coming up next. There's also a movie going to be called Cottonmouth, starring Martin Sinsmeyer, and I actually am a sidekick with Ron Perlman in that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't tell you too much more, but this is a great cast. A lot of 1883 members, crew members, cast members. So it's fun stuff popping off right now. You know, I just did a commercial, suicide prevention commercial. Shout out to the Great Plains community. Shout out to the Sioux Falls people up there as well. So yeah, it's you know, it's getting pretty busy, but this is what we want. This is what we've asked for, and I'm grateful for it. And, you know, even at times where you feel overwhelmed, you still feel grateful and honored to be able to have it. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
Well, you're making everybody proud, and it's always great to see you. Thanks for spending a little time, man.
I love you, brother.
Go hit a home run or something, man. You're going to be running out there anyway.
I'm gonna try, dude. I'm going to try, brother, man. Hopefully
All
you
right.
don't outrun me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the best part about this is we get to see old friends, and it is awesome to sit down with Kevin Mench. And Kevin, it's the postseason, so it's a really exciting time in baseball. And what a great season it was.
It was. You know, I think what we're seeing a lot more nowadays is more parity in baseball itself. I mean, look at Detroit, right? They were 10 games under 500 halfway through May, and here they are. I mean, I think they ended up losing today, but to get where they did with their payroll and what they've done, I mean, that's what you want to see. You want to see these teams, these small market teams, do those kind of things, because then now maybe suddenly you start to attract free agents. Right now, you're starting to bring more people to the ballpark because you're bringing in bigger name free agents, guys that can help out, and it's going to be fun. You got 3 divisional games, right, for the division series, and it's going to be pretty interesting for sure. You know, teams that don't like each other see each other a lot. You know, I think in any sport you see, when you see division rivals, they're not blowouts. They're usually going to be some nitty gritty. You're going to see probably, I'm sure you're going to see some benches clearing at some point as well. So it should be quite fun for sure.
And, you know, you were a manager of a big league team, and when you get to that 162 games and then you've got to push more, everybody's hurt, everybody's sore. How do you motivate them to get the most out of that when they just would like to just go home and do some fishing?
That's really what separates the men from the boys. It's that last 6 weeks, right? The dog days, right? You're in it. All right, we're going to be in it. And then you get to. I mean, I don't think anybody was really comfortable with their leads to even to the end. So I mean, that's the
like my twins.
Yeah, exactly. But I think what happens is I think once you know you're in, right? Everybody's 0-0. You're starting over. The motivation the mindset completely changes, right? Because there's so much more pressure, more focus on the little things now, right? What's gonna separate those teams, right? It's gonna be little stuff that's gonna win these games. That's what it's gonna come down to, for sure.
All right. Well, this game is it's a lot of fun, and it does get competitive as you former athletes try to outdo each other and everything. But it really is about the veterans and what TK does, and it just is a beautiful day.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's 85 degrees right now. If these clouds stay here, it'll be a perfect day. I mean, last year it was really hot, but, you know, for the causes that TK reaches out to, and that's the biggest thing is what we're helping out. That's what this is about, helping out, seeing there's so many athletes that are around here that we get together and do this stuff for charities and helping out, and gives the fans a chance to get around and just be around people. And, you know, look, we've got these nets, especially at Major League ballparks, all the way down. It's like talking through plate glass. Here, you know, you can interact with fans, give them hugs and everything else. So this is what I enjoy the most, is being around them doing this stuff.
Yeah, and it's like a camaraderie when you played and when you manage. You had that family, and I think we all miss that when we're not in the game anymore.
We do, and it doesn't just because I was a baseball player. I mean, there's football guys, basketball guys, hockey guys, and it's all really the same thing because, right? We've all put in, even the military guys, right? We've all put in, the work. People only see the 3 hours on TV. They don't see the 6-7 hours a day you spend in the gym and the cages. Taking jump shots, in the weight room and everything else. So I think that's kind of why the camaraderie between the athletes and the military and stuff is so big because you get a chance everybody can relate to it, right? It's the same. That's the best part. Yeah.
All right. Well, we have an older body, so Kev's got to go stretch a little more, right?
No, I don't need to stretch anymore, right? I'm just going to sit here. I can touch my toes. Look at that, Dave. Look.
I can touch my toes too. Look at that. Here we go. All right. You're watching Geary, Stein, and Steven. Stay with us right after this break. We'll have more from the Celebrity Softball Classic. Don't go away.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Melissa, and together we started Fresh Clean Threads.
For most of my life, I've worn a black t-shirt, and most were either too short, too baggy, or weren't consistent. Like most guys with a problem, I turned to my wife for help.
From our San Diego condo, using my years of apparel experience, we set out to make the world's best fitting t-shirt.
Since day one, our Fresh Clean tees were made to offer a flattering fit for all body types, be ridiculously soft and comfortable, and not break the bank.
And more than 1 million customers later, we still make every t-shirt with the same attention to detail as when we first started.
And what we've learned from selling so many t-shirts to people around the world is that while the perfect fit and feel are the starting point,
it all comes down to feeling confident and empowered to live each day fearlessly fresh.
unleash your confidence at freshcleanthreads.com.
Thanks, Dave. Back here in London at the London Bridge. Breaking news, the London Bridge has not fallen. Not fallen, I repeat. I don't know whose fair lady said that happened, but it's still there, Dave. So yeah, just enjoying some great sightseeing places around London. As you can see, there's the London Bridge behind me and a big, looks like a Navy ship down there. I don't know if you can see. But great time here. Going to be exploring and showing you a couple other places throughout the city. Back to you, Dave, and let's see some more things that happen in Dallas.
Welcome back to the Geary, Stein, and Steven show, and I would like to have a little Coke and a smile, right? You remember that old thing? You remember that in the day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Phil Koch joining us here, and you're a veteran of these games, but what does this event mean to you as far as giving back to the veterans?
If it wasn't for the sacrifices that these folks made for everybody, I would never have had an opportunity to do what I did in my life, play Major League Baseball. I would have been doing what they were doing, but they volunteered to put themselves in harm's way for me, and I can't put into words how much that means to me. Along with the fact that my whole family served. My grandfather watched the Enola Gay take off. My great uncle was over in Europe in the Super Fortress shooting down enemy fighters, and then my dad was in the Marine Corps. My older brother was in the Army and did a couple tours over in Iraq. My little brother is currently in the Coast Guard. My dad threatened me with death about going in the military, and I said, okay. He's like, you go play baseball. I said, yes, sir. So
it turned out pretty good.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. He's a smart guy. Smart guy, that guy I called Dad. He was a smart dude.
Well, thank you for your family services, and thank you for your Major League service. And it's the postseason now, and we actually get to talk about the Yankees and the excitement that they had here. I mean,
and the Tigers.
So what are you thinking?
I'm not surprised by the Tigers. Not at all.
That's not a team I'd want to face right now.
No, they're not just scrappy. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants it, and that's what sets them apart. And they're all like this. They're all glued together, and everybody's goal-oriented, military-style thinking and speaking. Goal orientation is the name of the game of baseball. Like everybody got to be on the same bus.
What makes the postseason different? I mean, you work through 162 games in the spring training. Everybody has no gas left in the tank. So what is that extra need that you always needed in the postseason?
There's no DL. There's no disabled list, which they changed the name now to.
I always found it offensive, right?
Yeah, right. The bullpen, the arm barn. What? No, shut up. But guys, you get in that position. For some guys, it's a new experience. Like my first year in the big leagues, that was the new experience when I got called up. That was I don't know what to do. And then 09 was like, okay, this is business. Like we're going to handle business. And we didn't play good in the first half. And in the second half, it was unbelievable, right? And we all the way to the World Series. But you got the Phillies. I like the Phillies, and I like the Padres. I could never personally root for the Dodgers because I grew up a Giants fan.
I'll root for Ohtani. I won't root for the Dodgers.
I faced Ohtani in Japan too. Yeah.
What was that like then?
I grounded him out to first, so I win. But like through all the experiences, like those moments, that's what you play for, and then you get a different, like you wake up different, like it's weird, in the best way. Like you wake up, you're in the postseason, and it's like, all right, let's do it. Like, come on.
And as we wrap up, I know players, as I've said, and we felt it, we miss that camaraderie. Days like this are special, especially when you get to see people you faced and teammates and things like that. And you don't have that. I think a lot of the players miss that in retirement.
Oh yeah, I mean you miss that, but again, it's like your team on the bus going through the postseason, through that grind. Like you got guys that you've made connections with in the game, and those connections, like. I was just talking to Austin Jackson. He used to patrol center for me in the minor leagues and in the big leagues in Detroit. So to be able to hang out with him, that's my brother right there. That's one of my people I call my brother.
Well, I'll call you my half brother, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Spending some time with Phil Koch is always a fun time. He'll head back to Arizona. I'll head back to Connecticut, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Sometimes I feel like I'm with you, I'm with Madonna, because it's just T.O. It's a one-name thing, but everybody knows who you are. It's always great to see you. Thank you for supporting the veterans.
Man, thank you for having me, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing and have done.
It's a great event, and it's always great to see the fans out here cheering you on. But, man, it's tough up there in those home run derbies. It's pretty far. That's not your forte.
No, I made a contact with a few of them. I flirted with a couple going out, but maybe I can get some during the game.
You look like you could just step out there and play. I mean, if a team said, hey, man, can you come out and run a few routes, would you still do it?
Absolutely. I'll be ready.
You still watching the game this year? Are you watching the teams? You care about anybody?
Well, not a lot, but my son just got re-signed with the Niners. So he was undrafted free agent, broke his hand a few weeks before preseason. So they put him on IR. He's been rehabbing. He's all healed up, and so they just re-signed him on Tuesday. So, of course, I'll be watching him. Once he gets active, get on the active roster, I'll be more in tune.
And how fun is that to watch your son? I mean, does he come to you for advice as far as what to deal with and the pressures and things, or you kind of just let him do his own thing?
A little bit of both. You gotta let him grow up. Gotta let kids grow up, and he just turned 25 on the 25th. So anytime, again, like I said, I told him I'm here for him. I'm an open book policy. Anytime you need me, he knows how to get a hold of me.
How fun is this to see some of your former teammates, guys you played against, and everybody? I mean, they love T.O. here, man. It's a Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, I played 3 years here. Had some great, amazing years, good times. So yeah. I mean, obviously Dallas is one of these teams. It's America's team. Everybody followed it, and I happen to be one of the guys that played for the Dallas Cowboys. And so when I came here, I tried not to disappoint. Tried to be as good as advertised, and so. That bodes well when you have a bunch of passionate fans and you go out there and you produce.
Go hit a home run for this little kid today, all right? Pretend it's me. All right, man. Thanks. Well, we live virtually, less than 90 minutes from each other, but we always end up only seeing each other at these road events, Marc. It's always great to see you and what you represent here. So what are your thoughts about this weekend?
I mean, it's great. I've been involved with the celebrity softball game since Game 1 down in Houston with the Marcus Luttrell Lone Survivor and PX3 with TK, and it's just an amazing event. You get to see me and you finally. We always get to see each other, but it's just a great family-oriented, supporting veterans and other nonprofit organizations. It's just a great time, man. It's good energy, good people doing good things.
What do you want people to see? What do you want them to know about what you've overcome, all the obvious, being blown up in a bomb, yet you've changed your life to do good, and again, with what you've got, you're using those tools.
Yeah, I just want people to see, basically focus on the future, not your past, because we can't control that. And just keep moving forward. Keep going with life. Life doesn't stop, and just keep moving forward.
And that's what you're doing with the M.A.R.C. network, right? I mean, tell people about that.
Yeah, we got the M.A.R.C. network. It's in Apple and in Google Play stores. It's a free app to download for people with mobility and disabilities issues, their families, their loved ones, to communicate with other people and share information, resources, and inspire each other.
Where are you playing today?
I'm on the white team, and I'm not 100% sure where I'll be playing today.
If you want me, I'll run for you.
Yeah, you could run for me any day. You'd probably actually beat me.
All right, Marc, keep changing lives, brother.
Hi, this is Kathy Ireland. So excited to share with you today our incredible Kathy Ireland Nutrition Supplement Powders by M.A.R.C. We have a beautiful array of powders to help you live a happier, healthier lifestyle. Our focus is on bringing families a nutritious option to complement your daily routine. With Collagen Plus, you'll see improvements in your hair, nails, joints, and bones, as well as skin elasticity and hydration. Immunity Support uses our proprietary green blends, antioxidant powder, and digestive support fiber to give your immune system a powerful boost. Golden Oat Milk is dairy-free and uses a recipe of turmeric and ginger, coconut milk, and our mushroom blend to give you more of an energy boost without the crash of coffee. And with Super Greens, we have a probiotic and digestive enzyme blend along with fruits, veggies, and 9 types of greens to help support healthy gut. Please experience the difference of M.A.R.C. supplements. Let's get healthier together. Thank you.
Dave, just enjoy this big Viking win here in London Exploring today. As you see, we got Big Ben in the background, but looks like in Dallas you had a great time. So let's send it back to you, and we'll check out some of the interviews you had this weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could turn your attention to the blue dugout, and T-Ron, and I guess we have Chaz that is now on the blue team. We would like you to understand that those with seen and unseen disabilities can make an impact in life. In fact, we have a very special batter coming to the plate. He was born without legs, but played college football and minor league baseball and has had a 40-year career in television. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to think outside the box as we introduce number 44, Dave Stevens. There we go. Hey, everybody. How about that? All right. Let's play some ball. Dave in the box. Oh. All right. How'd that go? Surprise.
Comes the pitch. A swing and a miss. He's switch hitting now. A grounder to third base. The pinch runner will make it in time.
He's going to go past it.
Safe at first. Digging for more. He's going two. And he's in there safe.
Man is over here throwing back to some of your old memories against those confrontations. What's it like when you see that guy over there, those battles you had with Jim McMahon?
It's like it's funny because we played it in the 1980 Holiday Bowl, and it was legendary. Still is to this day. One of the greatest. We were up by 20 points with like 2.5 minutes to go in the game. He throws a Hail Mary at the end to win. So that one there. Number 2, the Super Bowl. They crushed us, Super Bowl 20. So when I see him, I'm not sure if I want to hug him or hit him.
Well, it's great to see you out here, Craig, and it's always fun to be part of these events. We we can't do enough for these veterans, and I think sometimes society forgets about them. So what TK does to give back to these guys, it's unprecedented.
Well, it's for all of us. You know what? It's a coming together, friendship, seeing each other once a year, and you get a chance to come out and raise money and support people who really need help. It means something, and you know, rather than just talking about it, show up. And I'm very thankful that we all get a chance to do this.
And that's what you've done. I mean, you've kind of left your legacy as somebody who gives and always is trying to be out there for a cause. I mean, you never had to do that. Where did that come from?
Well, I have a faith, first of all, and the faith of of my Lord and Savior gives me the feeling and desire to want to go be a light. It's not about me, and I know that there were a lot of really good people along the way in my career who helped me. And what's wrong with helping someone, right? Just as a natural human being, helping other people, it's the right thing to do.
Why do you think you can go out as an athlete and get a DUI or do all these things, but yet if you have faith, like you or Tim Tebow, you're almost persecuted or cut or not given those opportunities?
Well, you know what? Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a benefit, a harvest. That's what God says about it. And I'm not out trying to do things that somebody wants to throw a dart at me, but I'm right is right, wrong is wrong. And it's okay for me to believe what I believe. Someone walking in this dugout might not believe in Jesus Christ. That's their decision. I'm not going to go over there and ridicule them. That's not my job. And so I think when guys like Tebow and I stand up for our faith and have a biblical perspective of this world, it makes some people uncomfortable and they want to cancel you out. But I'm seeing a trend amongst a lot of men and women athletes, high school, college, professional, all sports, who are giving glory to God. And they're not being canceled out. They're banding together, and I'm happy for that.
All right. Well, now as we wrap up and get this game going, what about this college game? I've lost all my interest in the Pac-10, Arizona State, Arizona moving out. I mean, is it still fun for you, or is it just changed too much?
The game's changed immensely, so much so that I have a hard time figuring out who's going to play and do what. I mean, you got a locker room, half of it turns over every year. So
it's like NFL free agency.
And maybe even more extreme because you got a lot of new faces, right? So now, can the coach get the kids to play? And SMU is an example. Man, we're doing great right now. 5-1 start. We have athletes that have transferred from Texas A&M, Miami, Oklahoma, Stanford. We got Michigan. Now obviously these really good players have huddled up together. They like each other. They're playing well together. So you really don't know who is going to perform and do what on any given Saturday. Much greater chance of unpredictability than there's ever been.
Might have been nice to have an NIL back in your day too, huh?
Well, I think we allegedly may have.
All right, Craig, it's always great to see you, buddy. I'm glad we're on the same team this time. So, all right. Well, there wouldn't be a celebrity softball classic if it wasn't for this guy. And I know you don't want to take the accolades, but it does take a huge team to put this together. But Tim, it's an amazing event, and God bless you for putting this together.
You know what? Thank you guys for having me. It's really what makes this event is you guys. Like, there would be no event if you guys weren't showing up year after year. And I mean, it's like cockroaches. We can't get rid of you. Once you come here, then you're like, you become family, and then you're like, we'll be back no matter what. And as you know, whenever I find out so I always wait for OUT weekend college football to come out to figure out what day we're going to be here. But what you know is, like, as soon as I get that, I start texting everybody immediately, like, save the date because it's coming. And I mean, we probably had over 200 players for a team at one point, but thank God that they got jobs and music careers and movies, and not everybody can make it because I think we got 75, 80 amazing people per team right now. And but as I was telling somebody earlier, this is a family reunion weekend. The Friday and Saturday pool party, that's our time. By the time we get here to the game, that's the fans' time. And we're just here to have fun with the fans, autographs, take pictures, have fun. But it's so much fun. I mean, man, you're around so many amazing people this weekend, again, like yourself. Like, if it was for this game, you and I would have never met. So somebody's like, hey, you should talk to this guy, Dave Stevens. I'm like, well, who is he? And all of a sudden we're like, oh, after I talked to him, I'm like, dude, come on. And, that's how it always works, right? And that's what makes this just a great weekend. And like I said, you're devastated if you can't make it. You're just devastated. And it's just been so much fun, such a blessing. The even bigger blessing is because of this platform we've been able to raise this year close to $750,000 for 19 different veteran charities. So it's just a really, really cool opportunity. I mean, you got people like Terrell, Owens, Jimmy Mack. I mean, just so many amazing people here today. I really can't even announce them. If you want to know, go to celebritysoftballclassic.org, look at the rosters. It's going to take you a little bit to go up and down those rosters, but we have people from Chosen, Yellowstone, again, movies, sports, you name it. They're here, they're having fun, and they're helping us raise money.
There's some amazing moments throughout this weekend with a 99-year-old veteran, Donnie, last night making a basic political statement for both sides, which was beautiful, singing the national anthem. And again, this is about the veterans.
Oh, 100%. So Don Gray's 99 years, sings the national anthem every year for the last 7 years. Going into 10th year, we just decided we're going to continue doing this. Let's make it even a little bit more special. So we actually created the Don Graves Patriot Award for a deserving celebrity that always gives back. This year was Don Graves, obviously inaugural, but Jimmy Mack and everything he's doing with the cannabis side, mental health awareness on not just trying to help veterans, but also help pro athletes that are being over-medicated once they leave with their concussions and headaches and things like that. So just a great cause all the way around, just so much fun. And
we got Chaz screaming around behind you, always having some fun out.
Great. It never ends here. It's literally, I have an easier time probably handling the entire state of Texas kindergarten group than this group out here. It would probably be easier running all the kids in kindergarten in Texas and trying to keep up with these guys out here.
Tim, continue to do it. Thank God, brother. It's so great to meet you. It's because of him. All right, that'll do it from the Celebrity Softball Classic, and it was a classic, but guess what? The blue team came out on top, 20-19. The old man, Dave Stevens, he went 1 for 1, but the best part of this is the championship ring that we get. And this thing is heavy. I might need somebody to carry it, but the real winners tonight were the veterans, and TK, such a great event that he puts on. If you'd like to donate or know more, go to celebritysoftball.org. And here I am in the Rough Riders locker room. It doesn't get any better than this. So for Troy Geary, who's not here, he's in London somewhere. Will Stein, we never know where he is. I'm Dave Stevens. Thank you to the folks at Your Home TV, and of course you can see us on the Roku channel or catch us on all media platforms for the Geary, Stein, and Stevens show. I'm tired. In fact, I kind of stink, so I'm going to go check out the showers here and see what those look like. This is Dave checking out here from Frisco, Texas for the Geary, Stein, and Stevens show.
Thank you for tuning in to the Geary, Stein, and Stevens show. Follow us on social media, watch us on yourhometv.com, or now we're on Roku. Download it and watch us, and thanks for tuning in. Until next time, America.